Today I called Tesla with 3 questions and I got some very interesting information as an answer. What did I learn? Watch the video and find out. Welcome back to TesLUCKY, the YouTube channel where you can follow the adventures of Lucky the Tesla. I am very excited to share some really good information that I learned today from calling Tesla on 3 topics of interest. And as always, I like to package the learnings into a short video to share with the viewers of TesLUCKY, just so we can all share the information and get a little bit smarter each day about driving these very, very smart cars that we call Teslas. But first, as it relates to our channel, if you already love Tesla, if you're thinking about buying a Tesla, or if you're just curious about electric vehicles in general, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell for notifications. Our goal is to share details, information about our Tesla ownership experience in videos that we hope you will find fun and informative. We post videos about once per week. We thank each and every one of our subscribers because that is the best way that you can show support for a small channel like ours. So, without further ado, question number 1. You may have seen in previous videos that I am a big fan of Tesla mobile service. I'll put a link in the description to our Feeling Thankful for the Tesla mobile service video that we posted last November. I just think that the Tesla mobile service is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Whenever you can have the auto technician come to you instead of you having to go to them, I just think in very simple terms, that's awesome. I have only had good experiences with Tesla mobile service, just a couple experiences, but one time they actually came and changed the key fobs to my batteries when I was working at Casino Quest on the Las Vegas Strip, and that was amazing. So my question for Tesla, because now we don't live in Las Vegas anymore. We live in Big Pine Key. We're in a very remote location, about 30 miles from Key West, and we are exactly 131 miles from Coral Gables, Florida, outside of Miami, where the nearest Tesla service center is. So my question for Tesla, what is the range of service? How far will a Tesla mobile service representative go to provide routine maintenance or check on things with the vehicles? Now, Tesla could not give me a definitive mile radius. And when you look at the Tesla website, basically the language is, if it's available in your area. So the representative from Tesla did give me the email address directly to contact the Tesla mobile service department in Coral Gables. I sent them an email with all the information about the things that I wanted to get checked on Lucky, which includes, we have a high-pitched noise in the steering wheel. Doesn't sound good at all. I really, really want to get that checked out. That's the primary concern. In addition to that, my auto high beams never go on, even though out here in Big Pine Key is some of the darkest roads you can ever imagine. Auto high beams never kicks on. I also have an error message coming on the screen with some frequency, some regularity, that says I can't drive because the key fob is not in the vehicle, and the key fob is in the vehicle. The representative actually told me that that's a fairly common message to see on the screen for people who leave their keys in the cup holders the console area, in between the seats, in the Tesla. I don't actually do that. Mine goes up into the kitchen and hangs on a hook. So they're going to look into that. And then also I've been getting the battery warnings on my key fobs, and Tesla just changed those back in December. So I figure if they're coming for these other issues, then they could, change the key fobs again, please. They might need reprogramming. I mean, I just would rather them do that than me. So I sent an email to this email address for the Coral Gables Tesla mobile service, and I am very happy to say that in 2 days, Tesla is coming to Big Pine Key to see Lucky and provide Tesla mobile service on the issues that I just discussed. So while I don't have an answer to what is their like range of service, will they go 100 miles? Will they go 150 miles? Will they go 200 miles? I at least know they will come 131 miles to Big Pine Key. And let me tell you something, since we moved back to Big Pine Key in March of this year, I have seen so many more Teslas driving in the Florida Keys. I think when the pandemic is over and we can kind of go back to life as normal, that we need to like work and get a like southernmost Tesla motor club going on down here in the Keys. I think that would be a lot of fun. So a lot more Teslas here in the Keys, and I'm happy to report that if you live in the Keys, you can get Tesla mobile service. And if you live in another remote location and you're about 131 miles from a service station, there's hope for you. So call Tesla. You can get the email address for the local service station if you are unsure by looking in the app if you are within range or not for this wonderful, wonderful service called Tesla mobile service. So that was question number 1. I was very, very happy with the outcome, and I'll keep you posted on what we learn at our mobile service appointment in 2 days. So, okay. Question number 2. I just started thinking about the 12-volt battery in Lucky because I have never done anything with it. I've never seen any messages about it. I've never talked to any of the Tesla representatives at our various service center or mobile service appointment, interactions relating to the 12-volt battery. And I was just like, is this something that I need to preventatively, proactively, change at some point, or every so often, miles or years, how long do they last, all of that. So basically what I learned from talking to the Tesla customer service rep was that when the battery is 3 to 4 weeks away from dying, you get a message on the screen that you need to contact Tesla. And that's, I'm sure, a Tesla mobile service thing in most cases, where they come out and then they replace the 12-volt battery. I don't know if you have to pay for that, if your vehicle is out of warranty. That is another question that I have. If anybody has any experiences with getting the 12-volt battery replaced in your Tesla, please let us know in the comments below. But I thought it was interesting. 3 to 4 weeks is when, that's how much time and how much notice you get in order to replace the 12-volt battery. So the interesting thing too is that the representative, he kind of changed his answer a little bit towards the end. He was like, well, if it was me, I would probably only go 2 to 3 weeks. He's like, I wouldn't do 3 to 4 weeks. So his kind of conservative nature, I guess, and not wanting to push it too close to that 3 to 4 week deadline came out. I did do a Google search and I searched for, do I need to worry about the 12-volt battery in my Tesla? And the 3 to 4 week estimate with the warning that comes up on the screen behind the steering wheel came up in the information I got from the Google search. And a very interesting thing that I had not thought of is listed here. Take a look at that. Take a look at this. So you get this warning on the screen, right? When your battery needs replaced. Does a traditional ICE vehicle do that? Hell no! The battery just dies, wherever you are, and usually that's at an inconvenient time, per Murphy's Law, right? So very good point here. This, with an electric vehicle and specifically with a Tesla, is dramatically better than most ICE cars, where the battery dies without much, if any, warning. Part of the reason ICE car batteries often die unexpectedly is the type of battery used. So clearly, Tesla's got a better 12-volt battery. Am I surprised? No, I am not. Anyone got any more information on 12-volt batteries or any other questions on this topic? Let me know, but that was my second question for Tesla. Okay, question number 3 was related to a personal observation I had driving on the overseas highway on the 7-mile bridge, driving in Autopilot. I use Autopilot every day. Autopilot works great on most of the overseas highway. I should show you that in a future video. Anyone want to see 7-mile bridge for Autopilot drive time? Let me know in the comments below. But when I was driving, and in Autopilot, it recognizes if the speed limit changes, and it'll reduce your speed or increase your speed to stay that like 5 miles above the speed limit, if that's how you have the Autopilot set, when you first engage the Autopilot. Well, take a look at this. On the overseas highway, on the 7-mile bridge off to the right was a speed limit sign that said 35 miles per hour, and it wasn't your traditional permanently mounted standard height speed limit sign. It was like a smaller sign, like kind of like a makeshift sign, like about half the normal height, 35 miles an hour. And as you can see from the follow-up picture here, Lucky saw this sign or knew that the speed limit was like temporarily changed to like 35 because of some, construction or something. And she modified the speed, maybe preventing me from getting a ticket. Gotta love technology that will help prevent you from getting a speeding ticket. But my question for Tesla was, does Tesla use like GPS technology or some sort of camera or sensor to know when that the Autopilot needs to change speeds based on speed limit changes? And the Tesla representative told me both, which I thought was so cool that it's a combination of these two technologies. So that day that that speed limit changed based on a temporary sign, Lucky was able to comply and modify the speed on that. I just think that is like so cool. So I followed this up with a Google search as well to see if there was anything else I could learn on this topic. I put into Google, how does my Tesla know when the speed limit changes? And interestingly enough, this came up where it says, with Autopilot, Tesla vehicles can stay in a lane, change lanes, and adjust the speed. The Mobileye IQ3 camera detects speed limit signs, reads the number, and passes that data off to Autopilot. Very, very cool technology. Well, apparently technology that is also evolving and changing depending on the hardware that you have in your Tesla. I'm going to put up on the screen really quick the specs for Lucky because we have older hardware 1 in our 2016 P90D Model X. And what I learned from clicking on some of the articles from this Google search was that Tesla doesn't use Mobileye cameras anymore. Apparently they're in hardware 1 vehicles, but not in hardware 2 vehicles that Tesla changed manufacturers or got a partnership with a different company to provide this technology that I guess Tesla felt was more advanced than the Mobileye camera. It works on our hardware 1. It works in Lucky just fine, but if anyone has any knowledge about how this technology has improved with the hardware 2 vehicles, we would love to hear from you in the comments with any details on that. But I just thought that these were 3 I thought I got really good information today on all 3 of my questions. Sometimes, they only answer like part of the question, or they'll answer 2 out of 3 questions and they won't really know the answer to the 3rd question. But I was really happy with the information I got on this phone call today, and it has been a pleasure sharing it with you in this video. I'm going to queue up in the corners, I can't remember if they're going up here or they're going down here, some other videos that you might like to watch from our channel. Thank you again for spending time watching TesLUCKY, and we will see you in our next video. Bye.